Hey, Quinn, it's Father's Day. What do you think we should cook for Dad?
Meat.
Okay, yeah, I get that. Meat. And?
Meat cooked over a high-heat flame.
I mean, meat and what else?
Seared meat with a knife and a fork.
Okay. All right. Yeah, we can cook meat, of course. But you know what? We're going to put a few other things on the menu because it's Father's Day. So we're doing something special for Pops. My sirloin and summer vegetable kebabs with chimichurri are sure to satisfy Dad's carnivorous cravings. I thread veggies, onion, and balsamic marinated beef onto skewers and then grill them up. I top the kebabs with my chimichurri sauce. In a word, delicious. I'm making a drink just for Dad, a michelada beer cocktail. I freshen up a lager beer with tomato juice, lime, and chipotle peppers. Served over ice, this drink is nice. Dessert's a special treat for Pops. My strawberry vanilla ice cream cake. I freeze a sweet puree of strawberries, sugar, and balsamic vinegar, and then add a layer of vanilla ice cream. To serve, I slice it into squares and put a vanilla cookie on each plate. We're cooking up a Father's Day dinner today on Mad Hungry. It's Father's Day, and probably no better gift for your father than meat. Steak to be particular, but we're going to switch it up today.
Okay.
We're making kebabs, and we have a secret ingredient that's going in the kebabs and the dessert. Your father loves strawberry ice cream, so I'm making a strawberry ice cream cake. And we're starting with strawberries. Can you finish them up?
Finish them up, and then what am I doing? I'm putting them in the food processor?
That's right, with a quarter cup of sugar and some balsamic vinegar.
Okay.
Great combination, balsamic and strawberry.
It sounds weird, but I've heard that before.
Yep, it just brings out, because there's a little sweetness to the balsamic. So I'm also using the balsamic in my marinade for the kebabs, so I have a quarter cup, and it brings so much flavor and power, some like sweetness, a little bit of tanginess.
A bottom.
Yeah, a bottom, and then mixed with soy sauce, 2 tablespoons, which has that saltiness and that earthy flavor. You don't need much else to flavor, which is great. I love marinades like this. And then, of course, black pepper, and I have a good ½ teaspoon of ground black pepper. And then all we have to do is just whisk this up. And then the meat that I have here, just 2 pounds of sirloin, I'm just going to cut in like 1.5-inch cubes.
Okay.
All right, so you get that going, and I'm going to cut. Oh, also, Calder, put 1.5 tablespoons of balsamic vinegar in there.
How could I forget? We just spoke about it.
Well, that's okay. We're here to help each other. So I'm just cutting this sirloin. But I was just laughing when we were trying to think of something different for Dad for Father's Day, and I said, you said, what would Dad like more than anything? I'm like, really, honestly, couldn't think of anything that he would be happier with than this. But, you know, I do like to switch things up a little bit. And he's going to love the marinade, don't you think?
I think absolutely.
All right, so all you have to do when you get that, oh yeah, see, I put some plastic here because we're going to make a frozen ice cream cake, and ultimately we're going to want to lift it out. So that's why the plastic is lining it there. I am almost done here. Just taking the fat off the edge here, and I'm going to chop it up and cook it for Steve the dog.
Okay, Steve the dog.
Steve the dog will love it.
I'm putting this in the freezer and getting the ice cream out to bring it to room temp?
Yeah, because by the time this is frozen, then we want to have a softer ice cream to put in for another layer. So I'm doing pretty well here. Let's see. So I said 1.5-inch cubes. Just think about it going on your skewer, and think about the fact that you have vegetables going on there too.
You want something that, you know, cooks evenly and quickly and all sorts of stuff like that.
Here, I am going to bring this over to you.
Let me finish.
And you can just start getting the, you can put the meat in there, and then it can start marinating. You can just move it around.
Okay.
So again, I would say that this should really be, you know, a couple hours, but if you want to do this the night before, that's fine too. All right, there we go. And we're making enough here. That's the other thing about meat in our house.
Yeah, one thing though about overnight, won't it be, it'll really penetrate through the meat, and you won't necessarily get that like nice steak look in the middle.
Well, that's true. It'll be very flavorful. It depends on what you want. And it also starts to kind of break it down a little bit. But you know, it depends on what you want. Do you want it just on the outside and like caramelized and then sort of rare steak on the center? You know, it all depends. Just make it your own.
It's what makes horse races.
That's what makes horse races. All right. What else? Where'd you get Dad for Father's Day? Anything yet?
I got him just some cologne.
Oh, you're kidding me.
He loves those fancy scents, and I had to, you know, get him something.
Oh, well, that's nice.
I thought that'd be a nice, you know, son fatherly gift.
That's pretty kind of like obvious, though.
It's hard to be, he's very difficult to get presents for.
He is the
sometimes.
hardest person to shop for, I agree.
But he's the best present giver I've ever met in my life.
No,
Amazing.
that is no lie.
Picks the best gifts.
That's why it's so hard. But
because you want to live up to
exactly
what he's done for you. So what did you get for Dad? Anything cool?
I got him a beautiful bottle of brandy.
Oh.
Just a little sipping.
Yeah.
So it's a little selfish too, because then he and I can have a little sip
Enjoy
together.
it together.
I'm going to wash my hands, and I'm going to just get our skewers ready for our kebabs. What's important when you're using wooden skewers is that you soak them in water, especially if you're planning on doing them on the grill, because you don't want them to burn up. And if they've been fully saturated with water, then they're fine. So I just have these skewers.
The first time I ever used skewers, I made that mistake.
You didn't soak them?
I didn't soak them, and I had burnt kebabs.
Oh my God.
Or I don't think I had chicken kebabs, and they were burnt.
Oh well, live and learn. When we come back, I'm making a delicious sauce called chimichurri to go with our kebabs.